And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day.
Eric.
From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes! Yes! Yes!
I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby.
Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
Woo! How about that, Glenn? It's
Hello.
Friday night, Giant Sports Talk Live.
We
You know
going
what
to
that
the club?
means, right?
We heading to the club.
You know what that means, right? Let's go! Woo!
No
Come
cover
on,
charge
baby.
tonight. No cover charge.
Done.
Got it. Got it.
Drinks on the All right, guys. What is up, everybody? Hopefully, you guys had a great Friday night, or I should say, having a great Friday night. Weekend is upon us. Some more Giants baseball talk. Again, here we go.
Matt Stairs is on
Armand.
assignment, so he won't be in tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We're still coordinating with that. It's all with everything. He's gonna come on. Just a matter of when. Armand,
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait. If you guys haven't seen Matt Stairs in one of our very first streams, we had him on our show, and yeah, it was awesome. So yeah, he's definitely.
He's at a scouting, some kind of a scouting assignment, a clinic, coaching clinic, I think it is, in Alberta.
Yep.
Edmonton, I believe. So he was reaching out to me back and forth, and just we're trying to pull the puppet strings together, just make it all fall into place. And we thought it was going to be this week, but he says when he's on the road at these things, they're in meetings in the evening, and just it's hard to put it together. Eric, we need to do this when he's at home, kicking back on a Sunday afternoon or something.
Exactly. And yes, very Rosemont knows, man. Yeah, exactly. Dodger killer.
High into the
2008.
Mm-hmm.
Deep into the night.
We'll see you tomorrow.
That was good stuff. Anyways, guys, we'll get into it. Again, the title today is Tatsuya. Forgive me if I pronounced it incorrectly. Tatsuya Imai. Is he the best option for the San Francisco Giants? We'll talk about it. But before we do, had some Giants news today, Glenn. Today was the non-tender deadline. So Giants made a lot of moves. They got rid of two guys, and they picked a guy up. They picked up a guy up from the Miami Marlins. Weimer, I think I can't remember his first name. His name is Weimer. He's on the 40-man. Not known for his bat unless he's hitting against the lefty. I think he's got a little bit of numbers against the lefty. But he plays defense, right? So, again, he's on the 40-man. Giants also did not, I repeat, did not tender a contract to both Joey Lucchesi. Joey Lou, I love you. Remember him?
Oh, yeah. It depends on what day of the week it is, OEU.
And the backup catcher, right?
I was surprised.
I was surprised on the Kisner one. To be honest with you, I was surprised on the Lucchesi one.
Yeah.
He was a decent arm coming out of the bullpen from the left side. He was okay, right?
I think when they make those moves, though, it only shows, Eric, that something's in motion here. They're getting rid of money and they're getting rid of some roster spots that, there's gonna be something happen.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's kind of what's going on, even though it's significant, right? But it may be enough to where the Giants are going to make a big move. We don't know. We're still waiting. It's still early. I say early. The reason why I say it's early in the offseason, because we're not quite close to the winter meetings, because that's kind of like the proverbial, that's when everything gets done for Major League Baseball. But of course, things could happen before then. But yeah, maybe they're freeing up some money. I mean, you're freeing up $3 to $4 million, something around there. And again, maybe that's what they need to do.
Are they pinching pennies at all, though, in the offseason, Eric?
Hey, maybe they could, for whatever. Hey, whatever. It is what it is. It looks like at this particular time, the Giants are going to run with Matt Gage and Eric Miller as your lefty options coming out of the bullpen. Right?
Better than nothing.
And look,
better than nothing.
And then out of those two lefties, guess who's the cheapest, or guess who was the most expensive one? And then Luke Casey. Luke Casey was the one that was going to cost the most. So they got rid of the guy who's going to cost you the most. And now, for all intents and purposes, unless the Giants bring in another catcher, Jesus Rodriguez is going to be the backup catcher to Patrick Bailey, and he's going to get the league minimum. So you're saving about $1 million right there. So interesting moves by the Giants. Again, they pick up that kid from Miami for cash considerations. Hey,
yeah, but you look what Joshua was saying, and I gotta wonder, Eric. Today's moves. When I first open up, I see Giants, Pittsburgh, Miami, and I think, oh my God! I didn't even look at the names. I'm thinking Pittsburgh and Miami. If it ain't Skeens, is this the best we can do? I don't know, Eric. Are we going to be Are we going to? Don't forget, Eric. Don't forget the position that the Giants are in right now. We talk about spending money, and there is some money on the books to spend still. But look at, you've got Devers and Adames eating a lot of payroll.
They are. And look, they're going to have to rely on these guys. They gave them the big contracts for a reason, Glenn, and they're going to have to come through, period. End of story. You get paid the big bucks. Well, guess what? You better be putting up big numbers. And look, Willie Adames hit 30 home runs. That's pretty good. Now, of course, as fans, we want him to do more, because there was times in the season where he just wasn't coming through in the clutch. And yes, we want to see a better batting average. We want to see hits with runners in scoring position. The home runs are great, but look, you also got to be out there and you got to do more, right? And his glove in the beginning was so-so, but then it got to be really good, man. His glove got pretty damn good out there in shortstop. Matter of fact, we saw a couple of games in person, and he turned some beautiful freaking plays. And so, yeah, there we go.
But is Joey Weimer, Eric? Is he the right? What are we doing?
No.
The guy who at one point was designated for assignment. He played with Milwaukee, Kansas City, Miami. We're only talking 3 seasons, Eric, where I got to tell you, even though that you lean toward pitching and defense, I've gone to far too many Giants games when, okay, we got a nice defensive game. We got a great pitching outing from usually Logan Webb. And what happens? We can't hit the ball. This guy, Eric, is not a hitter. Look at his average. 204, 154, and 236.
And and all his success, well, I guess you could say most of his success comes from hitting lefties. He's got like a 255 average against lefty. So what does that reek? It reeks of platooning, right?
Yeah, there exactly.
I know it sucks, but here, let's talk about this. Currently on the Giants 40-man roster, 10. Look, I'm not bullshitting you here, guys. 10. The Giants have 10 outfielders on the 40-man. 10.
You get 10. Maybe somebody will show up, Eric.
10. Man, that's.
And I got to ask you too,
insane.
Weimer, they talk, he's great defensively. If you look at his bat and you balance bat, defense, why aren't we just going with Matos?
Because they don't like Matos' defense. I don't think they like, and I think that's the reason why. Look, and I'm telling you guys, there's going to be guys vacating what I'm talking about, outfielders. There's going to be outfielders vacating those 40-man spots. I don't see a future for Matos. I don't see a future for Luciano.
No, do
and I don't see a future for Encarnacion. I really don't. Maybe they keep one of them, maybe. But I got a feeling that 2 of them are going to be, you can't have 10 guys on your 40-man. Really? Can you? Maybe you can, but it seems an awful lot. And look, is Weimer going to be on the opening day roster? Who knows? I got a feeling he's probably going to be in AAA as a depth piece because you got Dean, right? Because right now, look, it's hard to do this because the offseason isn't done, but you got Ramos in left, Jung-Hoo Lee in center, Gilbert in right.
And I think Gilbert's a AAA player, Eric.
I got to throw a name in there.
I know, but I'm just like, is that what we're going to do? Are we going to be made up of a team that is built the way this new manager wants with all, Drew Gilbert. Now, did you see they got their eyes on some pitcher who was pitching for? I mean, here's what I'm going to ask you, Eric. And you haven't seen this per se. Does Tennessee now become like a building block team, a minor league affiliate, if you will, for the Giants? Is this what are we going to start, grooming them in Tennessee, and then they're going to come play? You can't do that, Eric.
Yeah, well, you can't, because when a college player has to go into a draft, and you can't. Again, I've talked about this. I'm not going to keep going over and over. You are in a certain number in the draft, depending on how your season ended, the higher draft pick you get, but you also have a damn lottery, right? And I can't remember what the lottery consists of.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with the first pick or something like that, right? So you just can't go out there willy-nilly and go, all right, that's going to be my guy, right? That's going to be you can't. Yes, Tennessee will produce. Look, a lot of these Vanderbilt, Tennessee, what is it? Pepperdine used to be a mecca for prospects. And again, they're going to go into the draft. It's just different. You can't approach the draft for the major leagues as you do with college. That part is it's different. Period. You can't say it because that's the way it is. It's just like water is wet. It's just different the way that you could draft, whether it's in college or the major leagues.
Yeah. And again, you can sign free agents, if you will, out of college, but you cannot, Eric, you can't build a team with your buddies. You can't have the manager going, well, this kid was good over there. I coached him and I think he could be something. You can't build your team with buddies. I'd be quite happy if it was a team, Eric, and we had nobody from Tennessee. Yeah. Drew Gilbert. I mean, not a fan.
And look, to be honest with you,
not a fan.
I'm not gonna hold it against them. Look, there may be some good players. I don't know, but one thing I just don't want that. I don't want that sense of nepotism, right? Because it could smell bad. Look, if the guys are good and they produce, that's what it should be about. It should be about, can you produce? I don't care about where you came from. Can you produce? That's where it needs to come from. So. And we'll see what happens.
We were talking before the show about I saw MLB Network or one of the other channels. They did a kind of an impromptu. As of today, here's your lineup for next year, Eric. It's the same as last year. There's no changes yet.
Yes.
Yet the key word. But San Francisco Giants, Eric. I mean, if I was going to write a hit single, about the Giants, I would call it Dream Destroyer because they always get your hopes up.
Dream Destroyer. Well, I tell you what, that's a great segue because there are some reports out there. It's only really one. Morrissey is saying that the Giants are early potential suitors. But look, guys, don't get overexcited. We'll explain why. But
they will.
The guy that the Morrissey is talking about is the Japanese pitcher Tatsuya Imai, right? I know Morcatna's in the chat. He's been wanting to talk about freaking Imai forever. And by the way, Morcatna, man, that guy's been in here. I don't think he has missed a show yet. But yeah, the Japanese pitcher looks like he's gonna maybe be something. From everything that I've read and I heard, everybody is projecting him to be a number 3 starter. Okay, that's where he's falling in. I've seen comparisons to Kodai Senga, Mashiana. I can't say it. I'm not gonna miss it. Not Tanaka. Kuroda from the Yankees, and I can't remember. There's another one that they referred him to, and I can't remember who it was.
Do you think we'll be serious about it? Do you think we get serious about it, though? Because remember, there was no reason why Senga wasn't a San Francisco Giant. For a week, Eric, week, I would drive down onto off the freeway right over by Oracle Park, And as you pull in, you can see the scoreboard. So, I mean, it was the offseason, and already in the big scoreboard, you can see the big scoreboard way out beyond the houseboats. And they had Senga in a Giants jersey and a hat. And all of a sudden, well, geez, they took that down 2 weeks later because what? They wouldn't give them the. Wouldn't give them.
No,
the same
you know what they didn't do?
They wouldn't give.
You know what they didn't do?
The Mets pay them.
You see, if they brought the damn helicopter, they might have been able to get Senga.
Geez, it better be a big chopper, dude. It takes a lot of gas to get over to Japan and back.
Hey, look who shut up. Little Mr. Skank Pants is back. What's
Where
up,
the
dude?
hell has Skanky Pants been?
Trade for Scooble. I like the way this guy thinks. Sign either Diaz or Williams, and then we're competing. Scooble will cost a ton, but he's worth it. And you don't have... Ooh. Hey, Mr. Skank Pants, stick around. I made something last week. I think you'll like it.
Do the Giants have the prospect? Like, are there teams
Nah.
that want to work with us?
True.
Eric? That'll be the question. Are there teams that are looking at our lineup and saying, you know, they know now. Listen, if there's a team out there that likes Matos, Eric, the Giants now are in a dire situation. He's not worth anything. He's not. We either play him or we get rid of him. And what does that mean? If you're getting rid of him, you ain't getting much for him, Eric.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
put them.
I'm
They
not gonna even go there.
themselves,
First
back
thing I
themselves
wanna do-
into a corner.
First thing I want to do, let's get into all the other stuff, but let's talk about Imai. The guys, look, last couple of innings in the NPB was pretty good, right? He threw like 160, 150 innings, so his workload was up there, which is good because you're going to need that when you come into the major leagues. Remember, major leagues is much different than the Japanese league, and guys have had to adjust. Shohei Ohtani, well, he's a damn unicorn, so he really didn't have to take much time to figure out what needs to be done, but. Yamamoto in his first year wasn't all that good. Kodai Senga has had troubles. Imanaga, he's had some success, but he's also run up against it a couple of times. Kikuchi, everyone's talking about, Kikuchi was another comp that they gave Imai. So look, can it work? It could, it may not. Who knows? Here's the thing: the Giants they need another starting pitcher.
Absolutely.
Imai could be a choice, but here's my bugaboo about Imai. And look, the guy may have some amazing stuff. He's got a high velocity fastball. He's got a splitter. He's got a slider that breaks more down than it does laterally. So he's got some tools. But everybody's projecting him to be a number 3, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being a number 3. Everybody needs a number 3. The Giants need a number 3.
We got a 1 and 2. So
Here's my only bugaboo with Imai, right, is the contract. I mean, do you think Imai, right? I've heard everything from 6 years, 150 million. I've heard 8 years, 190 million. That's the ballpark that we're hearing with Imai.
A lot of leverage in a contract for a pitcher who you don't know. Dude, 8 years is a long time.
And I'll tell you what, for me as a number 3, if you want to give him 90, okay, I get it. 90 million, 5 years. Okay, 4 years, whatever. I'm okay with that. If you're projecting to be a number 3, for me, that makes more sense. You're talking 150 to 190 million dollars for a long term. You're talking 6 to 8 years. All right, 6 to 8 years, insane. But that's not the point. And I get what you're saying, but it's for a number 3. Insane. You got to take this in consideration. If you're paying this for a Ranger Suarez, right? Exactly, Ace. That's what Webb got. He got you 5 years and 90 million, and Webb is much better than Imai. But you got to understand where he's being projected. That's a huge risk. It really is. And look, the club's been taking risks all over the damn place, but I don't know if you really, and look, and here's another thing. Another little caveat on top of this, the Giants have already come out and said they don't want to spend 9 figures and long-term prospects on starting pitching, right? So if that's the case, why would you want to go blow your load on a potential number 3, right? It doesn't make, for me, the money doesn't make sense. The pitcher makes sense. Yeah, I would love to have Imai. I think he'd be great. How long would he last at the major leagues? We don't know. He's got a little bit of a smaller frame, right, than some of these other guys. I think he's 5'11", like 150, 60 pounds. He's kind of a small guy. Can he withstand a 162 game season? Does he have the durability to throw 30 games in a season? That's all. Those are all we don't know.
I've been asking that question. I've been asking that question about the manager. That's a long season.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Armand says pitching's a premium, and that's true.
It is. Always is.
I think you're gonna have to pay. You got to ante up, Eric. If you want to play with the big boys, you got to spend with the big boys.
Okay, that's
got to get serious.
Okay, and how about this though? Okay, let's take this in consideration. Okay, Tatsuya Imai could be great. He could be. We don't know, right? We've seen what he's done at the NPB, the Nippon Professional Baseball. He's been great the last couple of years. But let's do this. Giants have said don't want to do long-term deals. So what kind of fits? What fits that? Well, and I've been talking about this too, is if you want to trade for a pitcher. Again, we use the example of Joe Ryan or even Pablo Lopez. These guys only have 2 years left, and it's not going to cost you 9 digits. It's not. If you're able to trade for Ryan, right? You're going to pay $12 million over 2 years. That's it. And the guy is a legitimate number 2 on the cusp, right, of a number 1. Pablo Lopez, a solid number 2. He's a little bit more. He's $20 million a year. But again, he's a number 2, and you only got to pay him for 2 years. So taking that in consideration, and this is all we have, Glenn. All we have is what Buster Posey and Greg Johnson have come out to say. They both want pitching, but Greg has said he doesn't want to do long-term, and he doesn't want to pay 9 figures. Well, a trade for a starting pitcher absolutely fits that narrative. That's it. As a fan, we can look. I got a damn Scooble hype video out there. As a fan, we want more. We want better. I get it. But I'm trying to just make this a little bit rational as far as, hey, this is what the Giants are saying.
If you want to rationalize, Eric, keep in mind that signing a pitcher out of Japan or 2 out of Japan would not surprise me, Eric. Guys you don't know. Guys, names you know, but we don't know. I don't know. I certainly don't know enough. I don't watch that Japanese league. I can't speak for the guys in the chat or yourself, but I mean, I'm only going by what I read, what I hear, the MLB network. But riddle me this. Would it surprise you if any of the moves, especially in pitching, Eric, we talk about the need for a solid, well, what Buster Posey, hasn't he shown that he's a guy who goes out there and he's ready to roll in guys. Hey, I'm going to take a chance on this guy. He's taking a chance on the manager. He's signing guys from the Marlins. Come on, Eric. He's getting guys that they could move the needle. But again, it goes back to last time. We don't know. We don't know. They go to camp next year. A lot of the players on the roster, Eric, we might be saying, geez, we could be good. We could be.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I'll tell you, hey, let's talk about
Buster is full of surprises, you know that. One
thing Buster does, if he has his eyes set upon a player, he gets them. Last year, what was the dire need last year for the Giants in the offseason? Shortstop. What did he do? He got the best shortstop on the market. In June, no one saw and by the way, no one saw the Adames move coming either. But in June, what is he going to do? Hey, we need a power bat. He got one of the best power bats in the game.
From the left side, too.
Right. He did. He went and he did it. So I expect that Buster Posey's going to go out there and he's going to get the guy that he wants, whether it's a pitcher, whether it's a bat. I got a feeling it's going to be more. I think the bigger splash is probably going to come with a pitcher rather than a bat, but who knows? Let's see how this is going to pan out. Again, Imai may be absolutely fine. I see a lot of people. Fans on the Giants fandom on Twitter is absolutely they're enthralled with Imai. And I get it, man. Hey, it's a shiny new toy. I get it, right?
Exactly.
It is, right? Exactly. And then I get it. You're excited. And then look, everybody wants the Giants, well, except for our Dodger fans who are in our chat. For the majority of the people in the chat who are Giants fans, we just want the team to be better. We're tired of 500. 500 has to go bye-bye. And you're going to have to build a roster that's going to achieve that goal.
But you're going to try to compete with the LA Dodgers, Eric. And my fear, and I've said it before, people don't always like it, but let's say the Giants when we review the end of the off season, we say, they picked up some nice pieces. What does that leave the Dodgers doing, Eric? We can only do what we do, but those are the big boys. The Dodgers have put themselves in, like we've debated over the last week or so since I returned. You talk about the Dodgers pitching staff. Well, they don't need Skubal. They got tons of starting pitching. Listen, if I'm the Dodgers and I get Skubal, you get Skubal, and you worry about who you're going to move and everything else later. Those pieces only come around once in a lifetime. A Skubal, Eric? Dude, I'm waving the white flag. Right. I'm waving the white flag, and it'll take it about 6 months in Mexico if they sign these big boys. If the Dodgers were to get Skubal, Eric, come on. But they are in a situation where they can. There's depth
forget about it.
to their team. They've got depth, and we don't have depth.
I know.
Makes dealing a whole lot easier.
And I'm afraid of that. Hey, I'm telling you, Glenn, don't think that I'm already thinking that the Dodgers may try to make a move. And they said today they're willing to make a move. And David, you just stole my thunder because this is the next thing. Yankees and Mets are all interested. And it's not just the Yankees and the Mets. The Philadelphia Phillies are interested in Imai. So I don't know if he's going to come to the Giants because I got a feeling that those other teams. And look, Morrissey said the Giants are early potential suitors. If you guys, all you got to do is Google search Tatsuya Imai, and you will see all the articles. Yankees heavily interested in Imai. Mets heavily interested in Imai. The Phillies are interested in Imai. So we'll see how this is all gonna.
Yeah, but that's just floating around. The words are in the ether, Eric.
Yeah, of course.
But again, the Giants have proven that they are not a landing spot for guys. That is the fear I have, Eric. When you got Giants, Yankees, Giants, Phillies, Giants, Dodgers. I mean, we're at the bottom. We're the bottom rung of that totem pole. Hey, it's been carved up. The big boys, they can go out and get deals done. They spend the money. They're not afraid to spend money. They've proven all that, and they're wise with the trades. And they built up a little nest egg of talent they can trade. And I don't think the Giants just don't have depth. If I'm looking ahead to next year in the starting lineup, the roster, opening day roster, Eric, it's thin, Eric.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Bailey. For argument's sake, Bailey, Schmidt, Fitzgerald, what's his name? I always forget. The Tennessean, right field.
Gilbert.
I always got to write his name. I can't remember his name. And then left field's a bit of a too. He can hit, but there's a lot of holes in we're like Swiss cheese, Eric. And people got to admit to this. And all the people this year, dude, we won 15 out of 17. We didn't make the playoffs, Eric. We're not that good. I'm afraid to tell you, we're not that good. You don't have to listen, but we're not that good.
Yeah, we're gonna have. We need pieces. There's no doubt about it.
We don't get pitching. Eric. We don't get. Dude,
that's not the one I wanted. To
if we go into spring training and you and I are looking at the roster saying, "Yep, we added pitching. We got Scherzer." Oh, dude! Again, white flag is being risen to the top of the flagpole.
I hear you, Rosemond. What's up? That is our Stanford alum joining us, Glenn. Yes, the landing spot. How do you guys address that? Great question.
I think the only way is money.
And here's another thing. And I'm not going to pretend for a second that Imai would look at the how much success Jung-Hoo Lee has had with the San Francisco Giants as far as the hype. The guy is right now is a 260 hitter, right? His defense is questionable. We'll say that to be kind. And the guy is freaking selling merchandise all over the place. I see a shit ton with the games that I went to over this last year, a lot of Jung-Hoo Lee jerseys. So he's selling merchandise. Now, granted, how much merchandise is big, but it's getting the Giants on the map as far as an exciting player.
That's right. That means a lot. You've got to have an identity. It gives him a bit of an identity, plus international identity, Eric. And not of the nature of a Shohei Ohtani, but you've got to have that identity.
And Imai has a little bit of that. He's got the long flowing hair. Matter of fact, there's a lot of people talking, it's Lincecum. It's not Lincecum. Guys, first and foremost, please do not throw out the Lincecum comp. There is nothing about Imai that is remotely close to big time Timmy Jim. It just isn't. All right, there's another one. Oh, Little Mr. Skank Pants. Here we go. This is great. You set this one up perfectly for me, Skinky. Getting Devers proves Buster is willing to do what it takes. Scooble has to be a high priority. The latest moves make me think that Giants need him. Yes, sir.
As I said before, we're most definitely open to trying to add some arms that we think are going to help us on the starting side.
Getting some excitement over there, are you?
Well, I was just looking out. You saw me in the green room.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Carolina Hurricane. Their buses just drove by. That was pretty cool.
Oh, did they really?
They're off to the airport. They're just turning right over to the airport now. So, yeah, how
Nice.
often does that happen? The Carolina Hurricanes, they just posted a 4-3 win over the Winnipeg Jets about a little over an hour ago, and there they go. They're off to the airport.
Did you give them the old, hey, you're number one? Did you give them the old, you're number one?
I gave him a finger salute.
There you go. I knew you'd like that, Mr. Skink Pants. There you go. Why not? Why not? Come on, man.
Dude, I know we got, listen, am I wrong,
Look.
Eric? Picking up Devers. Picking up Devers wasn't exactly, rocket science. They were the team that says, all right, we'll pay him. Send him over. But a lot of teams weren't willing to pay, Eric. That's what we got him. This wasn't this highly strategic that people make it out to be. I think we were the team that says, we'll open up the bank account. We'll pay the guy.
Yeah.
And they gave up a few pieces, but it wasn't the end of the world. But we were taking on the money. The teams maybe weren't willing to do.
Right.
So again, what has Buster done? Buster has got us Willie Adamas.
And Devers.
Devers. I don't see Devers as being this magical. I mean, he is good. I hope you read what I'm saying, Eric. It wasn't this masterful rebuild thing getting Devers. It was we opened up the bank and we brought him in because we paid him.
True.
We got him because we were willing. And he's costed a lot of money, Eric. There were teams, I think, that were scared away by that.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, he got it done though. They still got it done.
I just haven't seen a lot of off-season, even in our lifetime. You go back a decade, Eric. Go back to the last time we won the World Series. There certainly hasn't been a team that has gotten me, given me the warm and fuzzies during the off-season by any stretch of the imagination, Eric.
Yeah, look.
The only way, and if we have to get a guy, you realize that we're going to have to overpay. And what's the first thing we do when we get a player we overpay? Oh, my God, Eric, we overpaid. Come on. If you want to, that's just what the San Francisco Giants have to do. If you want the guy you want, pay him.
And look. Yes. But there is it's not just, it depends on the player. If it's a really good player, you got to overpay a lot. If it's a okay player, well, you overpay, but not as much. Right? There's levels of overpay. Levels of overpay. What's up, Niner Empire?
I don't think in the offseason, Eric, we're going to get some star player and be able to go, holy cow, we stole them away from everybody. Who knew? You want them? You're going to have to pay, Eric. When have we gotten guys to come here in the offseason to begin with? You got to overpay. Not just pay. And again, I know we were in on, quote unquote, we were in on Shohei and Judge. But the problem is, under Farhan, and it can't remain this way, Eric, you can't be that little chihuahua nipping. Well, we'll give you $500 more. You got to go in and be serious, Eric. They're giving you $500 million. We'll give you $600 million, not 501.
You're talking
that's
about
the way the Giants have done things over the last decade. Get serious, get real. If you want the guy, just say, I want him. What we want. That's the way they should approach that. Don't you think, Eric? We want you.
I
We
agree.
want you. What does it take to get you?
There you go. I'm all for that. Hey, Glenn, I'm all for that, man. And let's talk about money. Ibrahim, look at this. NVIDIA, the rulers of the world with AI, just moved into Mission Rock. Look at that. They
Testing 1, 2.
got new tenants. Mission Rock's got new tenants. And who baked that dough? Yeah, I saw, right? What's up, Aaron? I know he's out there. Look, I see him. Dude, yeah, you get a guy.
We love bake that dough. We love bake that dough.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Remember the little fellow with the wand? He had one of those see-through backpacks. He scammed about 60 cookies that day.
Hey, you need to go find him and find that wand because we need it.
Oh boy, it brought magic that night against the Cubs, didn't it? I'll never.
It did, and it brought magic for about a good 2 weeks, man. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, if you're bringing in NVIDIA to rent some space in Mission Rock, well, you're bringing in some freaking money, and that's important. Look, it's not an investment, but you got a tenant, a paying tenant. So, and that's important because
I seen some of the other channels. They still like to use that term. I hate, Eric. I hate it. You know what it is. You know what it is. We get them cheap. You can get this guy.
Yeah, I know.
Why do we even say that? Why is that part of a Giant fan vocabulary, Eric?
It's because the ownership and the look, don't get it twisted, as they say. Yes, they have spent money, but at the current construction of the roster, it takes more. Even though they went and extended Chapman and they signed Adames and they traded for Devers, they have to do more. That's just the nature of the club right now. And if you have, and right now, they don't have a farm system strong enough to fulfill those needs. Not yet. There may be some coming, man. There may be some coming. We'll see it. It's going to be a few years. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and spend some money and go out there and go get some better players. I've said this a million times.
Money will get you talent, Eric.
And what will talent do, Glenn?
It
will make you win. And if you win, what does that bring you?
Money.
More money. Exactly. It's not freaking rocket science.
The Dodgers. Man. Yep.
It's not rocket
If you want to go cheap, Eric, then you get yourself a Scherzer.
You ain't lying.
You go cheap and you get yourself a Scherzer. What does that do, Eric? No. Put you back behind the 8 ball next season.
Yeah, right.
Scherzer. Come on. Scherzer I was surprised the Blue Jays rolled with him at all last year because, Eric, he's past his expiry date on the shelf.
Yeah. And Rosemond, hey, he brings up a good point. Giants farm system in a way. Yeah, but they got one. They got Bryce Eldridge, and he will bring a lot. Hey, Rosemond, don't underestimate the power of Eldridge as a prospect because he's still listed as a prospect, and he's the number 12. He's the 12th ranked prospect in the top 100. Right?
He's the best prospect we've had in a decade.
And look, if you're going to trade, that's the guy you use. You target a Scooble for an Eldridge. You have to.
Yes, you can't go in on a deal and say, yeah, we'll make Eldridge available. Let's see if we can work something out and get, this has to be a dynamite trade for the Giants. To give him up, Eric, you got to
blow their doors off. There is no, and look, Eldridge just has to lead the way with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, hey, Rosemond, look, Eldridge, Wisenhunt, whatever, who else is out there? Bo Davidson, I don't know. Freaking, you're gonna have to empty the clip, so to speak, to get a Scooble. Now, that being said, if you do trade for a Scooble, it's gonna have to involve an extension. It has to.
I think you're gonna make moves, Eric. And you know why? I was looking today if you look at how long we've got some of these guys under contract, there's about a 4 to 5. There's a nice 5-year window here, Eric. Yeah. So this isn't. They're now you can't just build this. You got to go all in now.
You know what? That's a great point, Glenn. Because right now the Giants' timeline is what you just said. That 4 to 5 years. That's the timeline. Because with Chapman, Adames, and Devers as your core,
Then it
that
blows up.
means you are in win now mode.
Yeah,
Whether
absolutely.
hey, and that's the thing, whether you want it to be or not, you are in the win now mode. So if you're in win now mode, well, then guess what? You got to go out there and start freaking throwing the money all over the freaking place, man. Whether it's free agents and also trades, you're going to have to hit both. Really, I mean, you're going to have to hit on both, man. Dude, when I keep thinking about it, I just absolutely freaking get pretty excited. Now,
You know, if it's October the 1st
Whether it
of
happens or not is
2026, Eric, and you and I are just settling in behind the old laptops ready to do our show, wouldn't it be nice to be able to say, hey, I'm just going over, Eric, to turn on TBS and watch a little Giants playoff baseball?
oh man, wouldn't that be nice?
Something that's been missing for me the last few
Wouldn't
years.
that
Eric.
freaking be nice?
Nothing worse than the, Sunday Fan Appreciation Day. You should really appreciate the fans because every year you fall short. So
Right.
let's just get in there one of these years and, surprise me. But right now, Eric, they're not there.
They're not. They're
Gotta
not there
see
yet.
what happens.
And look,
Gotta see what moves
and
we
look, and tell me if I'm off. Please tell me, Glenn. Think about this.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Say the Giants. Tell me if this is even possible. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. If the Giants can trade for 2 players and then use money to get another player, and I'll tell you who those players are. Tell me where you think the Giants are. If you are able to trade for 2 and sign 2, tell me if this team is going to be pretty good. Okay, here we go. You want to full? It's not going to happen. It's not going to be a full rebuild. Not with what Posey's done. It's just not going to happen. If Posey didn't do the moves that he has done already, then I could see.
Too late for a full rebuild. You can't do a rebuild.
If he didn't extend Chapman, if he didn't sign Adames, if he didn't trade for Devers, then I could say, yeah, they're going to be in rebuild.
I think
And
the
that's
rebuild
fine.
starts in 2030.
Right. And then right. There you go. And that's fine. But I think with the current roster, I don't think they're going to be a rebuild. But let's talk about this.
No.
What if you're able to trade for either, say you're able to trade for a Joe Ryan or a Pablo Sandoval, one of them, just one of them. Okay. The other trade is for Stephen Kwan. So you got a starting pitcher and you got an outfielder. And with your free agent money, right? With your free agent money, maybe you go out there and you get another outfielder or another pitcher, and then you sign a damn closer. You could get 4 guys. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you Ramos and Wisenhunt, right? If you get Pablo, it's not going to cost you much because if you take on that contract, well, then you don't have to give up a bigger prospect. With Ryan, you're going to have to give up more. But could that not be done? Could you not trade Kwan for like a Ramos and a Wisenhunt? And maybe another one? Maybe. It's possible. Right? I don't think it's going to involve Eldridge to get Stephen Kwan.
I don't think Kwan's going anywhere anyway.
He might. Hey, Cleveland is notorious for trading these guys. They're absolutely trade.
Hey, I said this already, and I'll maintain this scenario. You gotta
Abel?
You gotta pay the guys to come. You don't invite them. Yeah, you Eric, you put them as the bad guy. The Giants are always the bad guy for not getting the deal done. You know how you alleviate that? You throw the money, you throw them the bag, and if they don't take it, then they're the bad guy.
Yeah.
If you had offered Shohei $1 billion, he goes, "Oh no, I'll sign for my $1 million and defer the rest, and I'm going to L.A." Then he looks like the ass, not the Giants. Buster can only do what he can do, Eric.
Yeah.
He's not hog-tying these guys and like pulling them down a dark alley, loading them into a limo and driving them off to the bay. It doesn't happen like that. It's got to be an agreement, Eric.
It has to be. Absolutely. And hey, you know what else? I tell you. Whoa.
And then what happens too, Eric, is the fact, as I said the other show with Booney, you got to get guys who want to come here. And that kind of goes to what I'm saying.
You know what else helps?
Who want to come. If you can play for right now, if the Blue Jays and the Yankees, the Phillies, the Mets, even, you want to say the Mets are right there, and you go, you want to go to one of those teams or sign for a little bit more and go to the Giants. It's tough, Eric. Any guy who wants to play, and I'm going to ask Matt about this. Matt, how tough is it when you're in the player's in the driver's seat, Eric? When you're trying to sign the free agent, he's holding the keys to the kingdom, not the Giants.
Yes.
So that is the problem. And again, I beat the dead horse here, but the Giants haven't shown that they can land anyone, Eric, in free agency.
You know why? They don't listen to me. That'll get it done every time.
Captain Eric.
That'll get it done every time. Look, they have yet to throw on the helicopter.
Halfway to
Right?
Japan, you ran out of gas.
Right? They have yet to throw in the helicopter. When the player comes and visits the park, take them up in the damn helicopter. You put them in the helicopter. What do I sign?
You know what,
What do
Eric?
I sign?
We got to give the Giants some money and make this all happen. You know, thanks to our very diligent sponsors.
Giant Sports Talk Live, brought to you by Lefties in Burlingame. Visit Lefties for all of your Giants collecting needs. By GenesisGoldIRA.com, Signatures for Soldiers. Duxwell Printing, for all of your printing needs in the Bay Area. Visit Duxwell Printing at 37 Wentworth Place in San Francisco. And by BetterCreditCards.com. For the best credit card choice for you, visit BetterCreditCards.com. Covering the San Francisco Giants nightly online. We are Giant Sports Talk Live. Now, back to Eric and Glenn.
Maybe
All right, here we go.
We gotta get one of those Facebook, those things you do on Facebook, Eric, raise some money. We can do that.
There you go. Rosemont, Eric and Glenn, assuming the Giants match offer. And look, and I saw your other comment. You can't match. Every time the Giants match, you're going to lose. You got to overpay. You have to be the big. And here's another thing, Rosemont. One thing that has never come out, right? And I don't know if anyone's ever reported on it or anything, but it has never come out where the Giants have not landed a player in offering the most, right? It's always been either they've offered the same or they offered less. It's never been where a player has turned down the Giants because they offered the most. And look, remember,
that's nickel and diamond, Eric.
Remember, after Arson Judge, what did they wind up doing? They dropped almost $350 million on Carlos Correa. So the Giants are willing to throw out money. They threw out, what was it that they throw out to 360 to Aaron Judge? They threw out the similar deal to Shohei Ohtani. Right? $700 million. A lot of it deferred.
Landing, it's whether the guy wants. And you know what? I got to tell you, it always seems like I'm griping with him, but that doesn't hold true in my opinion, Eric. The Giants have spent money in the last 2 to 3 years. William signed the richest contract. We just took on the Devers contract. We offered that big money to Judge, Ohtani.
But they haven't offered the most.
Correa.
Yeah.
We had Correa. How much was Correa going to sign for? We've been willing to open up the bank vault. So I wouldn't say we're cheap.
Yeah, we're not cheap, but we're not. But like I said, we're in a certain. Talking about the Giants, we're in a certain position where they have to spend more. That's just it. Here we go. He goes, give me 3 reasons why the players should come to San Francisco. Let's try this exercise. And I'll tell you, the Giants have a history of winning. It hasn't been lately. Let's talk about this, Rosemont, because I know you're a Dodger fan. How did you feel as a Dodger fan? And I ask this of every Dodger fan. How did you feel when the Giants won 3 and 5? Did you feel pretty good? Dodgers weren't doing all that great during that period, right? So teams go through ebb and flows. Just because the Giants are in an ebb, they're not flowing, they're ebbing, doesn't mean that they don't have a history of winning, because they do. The Giants have a history of winning. And let's not forget, we have one Buster Posey who is at the helm. He wants to win. The guy is a competitor. He's come out and said it numerous times. The guy's going to be a Hall of Fame catcher. Again, does it mean he's going to be a Hall of Fame president of baseball operations? No. But I got a feeling the guy wants to go out there and he wants to put a team together. All right. And he will be able to attract players because he's a competitor. I am pretty sure when he sits across the table with a potential player that he's going to sell him on the Giants way. Right. So let's see what happens. Look, the Giants, again, got a history of winning, right? You have a fantastic fan base, and let's not forget the Giants can pay. They can. It's about the willingness to, depending on the player, is you got to pay more. Mm-hmm. Period.
So don't get your panties in a wad here, Eric. If they go out and get somebody that we need and they want, somebody the Giants want, and they have them down on the list and go, we want this guy. If they go out and overpay, then don't get all upset about it. I'm still hearing, oh, we overpaid for Jung Hoo Lee. And I keep saying, Eric, if he was playing center field for the Dodgers, we'd be bitching.
Look,
Same people would be saying,
look,
we
I'm
never
gonna
paid him.
tell you something right now. And this is bad. And I feel bad to a certain extent, even though he understands the circumstances that he's in. Buster Posey, anybody working for an organization and in an executive level, you're going to feel the wrath, whether you do it or you don't do it. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because what's going to happen is if you don't sign that free agent and he goes elsewhere, well, you should have offered him more. If you do offer him more and the guy sucks, well, you should have never paid for the guy. It's
an annual thing in our chat. We see it. We know it.
Yes. It's the same thing with trades. Oh, we should have never traded that guy. Oh, we should have traded that guy. Look, once the decision, you're making a decision based at that time. Zach Wheeler, when they traded Zach, remember they traded Zach Wheeler for Beltran. That was the right move in 2011. The Giants were on a roll. They were killing it. Then the catastrophic injury from Buster Posey. That was a smart move. Mm-hmm. You do that move every single time, but yet people will bitch. Oh, we should have never traded Wheeler. Well, guess what? Wheeler wasn't Wheeler until like 5 or 6 years later anyways. You just don't know. You don't know what you have in a prospect until they get their run.
Right.
And look, you can't base these decisions based on the past. You have something right in front of you, and you got to make that determination. Okay, do I make this move? Don't I make this move? And you got to live with it. But unfortunately, fans, the way fans are going to go out there and they're going to freaking eviscerate the owner, the manager, whoever. They're going to do it. It's just the nature of the game. It's the fandom.
At the end of the day, Eric, let's say it's Eldridge. If you make a trade and a guy goes on, I mean, fans are going to be pissed. If a guy goes on to have a Hall of Fame career, Eric, you can't worry. You can't worry about what they gave up and what he became. The Giants would only make the deal for the betterment of their team. Worry about what you're getting. And if it doesn't work, hey,
it doesn't work.
So be it.
It doesn't work.
Talk about taking risks. That's a risk. You gotta take risks. But the Giants. What do you mean the Giants don't take risks? You don't think signing Verlander was a risk last year? There certainly was a risk.
I'll tell you this. The Giants are taking – now, are they taking risks financially? Not so much. But they are – well, I guess you can a little bit with the Devers. That was a risk. So was Adames. But they've also taken other risks. I mean, you go out there and you sign Tony Vitello as your manager. That's a risk. That's a risk, period. Devers trading for him was a risk. Signing Adames was a risk. Hey, Greg Johnson hiring Buster Posey to be your Pobo is a risk. And now there's different levels of risk, right? It's not like risk for risk's sake. Come on, man. We all know that there's higher risk and there's lower risk. So I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. I just want the Giants to be back in contention. I've said this a million times. I'm tired of watching 500 baseball, and that's all we've gotten. Since freaking 2020 or since 22? It's been nothing but 500
was a bit of
baseball.
an anomaly, Eric. Come on.
21, yeah, we all understand that was special, and that was great. Don't get me wrong, but from 22 to 25 has been freaking 500, man.
Yeah,
and for me, and I expect more for the San Francisco Giants.
And they've got to do better, Eric. If you take the key pieces we've got there, you mentioned Chapman, Adames, Devers. So there's 3 parts of your infield right there.
Yeah.
You can't use those as your, those are our superstars, and then plug in, $850,000 players around them. You got to get serious, Eric.
Yeah, that's a fact. Look, whether it's a trade or whether it's a free agent signing, the Giants are going to have to put this together. And look, what is this? November 21st. As each day passes, the closer we're going to get to a bigger deal. What was it? I think last year before Thanksgiving, I think there were some deals done. It'll be interesting to see deals get done before a week from yesterday. It's going to be Thanksgiving time. And look, don't expect anything to get done. Don't expect any new from, we'll say Wednesday of next week all the way until we'll say Monday of the following week. It's going to be dearth of information because everyone's going to be, you know, enjoying the holidays, all that good stuff. But then we're on the eve of the winter meetings. So a lot of things could be in motion prior to and again, the Giants, remember, they hit Willie Adamas on a day before the winter meetings kicked off.
Between now, what is today? 22nd, Saturday the 22nd, and around December 18th, 19th. There's your window, Eric. You're gonna get moves.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Signings, trades.
This is gonna be something. I'm telling you, this is gonna be fun because I still
don't
think.
get upset, Eric. Don't get really upset on the show
I might
because
get
you know what's going to happen. You're going to come on some night. Look what the Dodgers did. I know what's going to happen. You're going to have your eye on the prize or a couple of prizes or those little presents you want, all gift wrapped nicely under the tree, and you're going to look and go, Santa didn't come. There's nothing under the tree this year because they all signed elsewhere. That could happen, Eric.
That is a fact.
But I am excited. I don't know about you. I'm tingling now. Let's do this.
There may be one of these. Remember that? Yeah.
But in a positive way. We want that in a positive way.
I hope to God.
I'll have to go to you know what? Let's play for 500, Eric. I'll go to the train show next month. My annual pilgrimage to the train show in Concord or wherever it is up there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave, get in the car, and I'm gonna hear the siren.
Oh,
but
shit!
this year I don't want. Oh shit!
You remember that? Oh my God!
The D-backs.
Where the hell was that, man? It was way.
That is classic Giant Sports Talk Live.
My God, that was so long ago. Holy shit!
That was December of last year, Eric, because I was at that model train show.
Dude, I laugh at myself every time, man. I'm such an idiot, dude.
It was good.
Oh, here we go.
Remember Vince? Oh, geez.
Yeah. Hey, Dilly, look at that. Dilly's in there. When's the last? I saw Dilly was in the chat the other night. What's up, Dilly? I know you're out there. He's lurking.
I think that was the last time Dilly ever made an appearance on the show.
I think so.
He was fed up with you. He goes, that's bad news. Bad news channel. Give it a roll, Eric. Give it a roll.
All right, here we go. What happened? What happened last year? I'll show you what happened. Oh, no. Shit. Corbin Burns to the D-backs, guys. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. God, Corbin Burns.
UFO or
something. God, dang it, man. Oh, no. Opt out after 2 years.
UFO. Brady, the UFO episode. Oh my.
I can't believe it, dude. Son of a.
And then
there you go.
That was so epic. And our takes afterwards that we ended up on somebody else's channel. He used all the clips.
We ended up on.
He got me screaming.
We did.
I was screaming with the hat. Remember the black hat?
Yeah.
I had the fedora.
Yeah.
Rocking.
You had the fedora. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I can't remember.
I love those little highlight shows. I don't see as many of those anymore. The guys who break those up.
Yeah, I don't know if that guy. I thought I subscribed to him. I'm gonna have to look. He's got to be in here somewhere.
That's it.
That was hilarious.
Let me Google it right now. Model train show.
Oh, there it is. Feel the Zeal. That's where it was. All the reactions.
Model train show. Was it Concord I went to? What was that little town up there?
Hold on.
It was Concord.
He's got me with Roki Sasaki on here, dude. That's fucking hilarious. 5 months ago. Holy shit, the one that I'm on, it was 178,000 views, dude.
Walnut Creek.
Look at this. Look at this guy, man. You guys check it out. Look at my face on that one. Roki Sasaki is a Dodger. 178,000. Look at that, man. I got this guy famous. Then he's got me over here with the Corbin Burns one. Yeah. Here's the Rafi Devers is a giant. I don't think I'm in that one. Oh my gosh. That's freaking hilarious, dude. Good stuff. RJ, get ready for 2025 disappointment. Come on, man. Come on. My reaction to Blake Snell, I don't even remember that one, dude. Honestly, I don't even remember that one. Oh, I know. It's all about having fun, and that's what we do, right? Come on.
I wish
Come
I
on,
could
guys.
call them right now.
Isn't that one thing that we do? We have a lot of fun, right? Yeah, we talk baseball. Don't get me wrong, and you know we have our takes, whether you agree or disagree. I don't give a shit whether you agree or disagree. It's an opinion. That's it. It's just everybody, and that's the thing. That's the beauty of baseball. It's about having opinions. You can agree, you could disagree. We can agree to disagree, and it's all about there having fun. As far as Giants fans, hey, we all want the same thing. We just maybe have different ways of the direction that we want to go. That's it.
Holy crap, Eric. Senior brought that. I was thinking about that yesterday. I said, we're going to have to revisit that.
Oh, hold on.
You need some fresh faces on the dumbbells.
I do. Hold on, let me find that.
Maybe we can recycle that one.
What the
And
hell do I have that son of a bitch, dude?
The 2025 edition.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I forgot. Dude, was that a classic?
5 times.
Those 5 times.
You could reuse that, dude. All you got to do is pop on a couple of faces there.
Oh my God! For those of you who are new to the channel, I put together last year when the Giants were falling by the wayside on Corbin Burns and Roki Sasaki. There was a little clip out there of a guy trying to do a bench press. That's the key word. And it was.
Yeah, Twiggy Alien. The arms on the guy. Fired up, Eric.
Perfect. All right, here we go.
I ain't as good as I once was, but I was good as I ever was. Man, you like it.
5 times.
Wow.
And they got to be full.
Oh, shit. Ooh. Hell no. Get this shit.
I once was as good as I once was, but I ain't good as I ever was.
Nobody's spotting his 15 pounds.
Oh, you know I can't do this shit. Oh man, dude, I love it. God, that was great.
Makes my eyes water every time, Eric.
It does, man. I tell you, we have again. I tell you, we have fun, man. And that's
bring it. Hey, are we gonna do this on a Friday night? Give me one, Eric.
What do you want me to bust out now?
Bust out Chardall.
Hold on. Hold on.
I thought, and not to be arrogant, but I thought the Valkyries clip was the funniest of all.
Oh, you want the Valkyries one? Hold on.
Because I tell you, he threw I was expecting, a nice one over the plate. He threw a high and tight one on me.
Hold on. It's a short. Hold on. Let me go find that. Oh my. Bro, that was great.
Yeah, anybody's new to the channel, we haven't seen Chardall for a while. And you know what? That's okay. A little vacation. That's okay. It's a vacation for us in a way.
Where the hell is it? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so fucking funny.
God is my witness.
There it is. Hold on.
That was funny.
From the Lord above.
Eric, it was the fact that he just nailed him off. I was like, oh, God.
He did. He nailed him off. It was a classic. Yeah. Oh, don't stop believing. I'm not even getting no.
That's a lot.
We'll see.
Maybe we could close the show with that.
We'll close the show with that. How about that? All right, here we go.
Eric, with the Lord above as my witness. Kyle's here, Dean's here, guys. You're here as my witness. All right. I will go to a game with Chardall.
Glenn, when I go to a Valkyrie,
if I will go to a game with Chardall, if you can name me 3 players on the Valkyries in the next 30 seconds, go.
Caitlin Jen, Kayla Thornton, Julie Van Loo, Cecilia Zambrosini, Kate Martin.
I thought you fell under the
dude. I did not expect that.
Not bad, man.
No way. Glenn,
see that coming.
Glenn,
Eric, with
The Lord.
Once was enough. Thank
I
you.
didn't see that. I didn't see that coming at all. Not even close.
And I was I should have said name 3 in 10 seconds, not 30.
You should
He still would have nailed about 5 of them in that 10 seconds.
have. Fuji donates $2. Chardal got you hook, line.
You know, you let me down that show, Eric. That was when you should have been like, oh, we had technical difficulties. We lost Chardal.
I should have kicked him out. I didn't think he was going to do it, dude. I didn't think he was going
I
to do it.
literally,
Oh.
and so did Bernice. But we thought you fell off the chair. We lost you for a minute.
Oh my god, dude, that was
I
so
haven't
much.
seen some of these. When was the last time we saw Dean? Come on, Dean.
Oh, matter of fact, was it last week? I think he popped in for. You know what? We might see him over the holidays because there's no school during the holiday. Maybe we see him next Friday, a week from today. We may see him. Hold on, where's the? Let me see.
RJM loves that one. I don't know if you guys know who Chardal is, but they got him to sing "Don't Stop Believing It."
Where the hell is that one? Do we have it? There it is. Glenn's favorite. There it is, right there. That's what you got it named as. Glenn's favorite.
Glenn's favorite.
Oh my gosh.
You want to get out of here, Eric?
Let's get out of here, man. That was fun. Again, guys, keep your guys' eyes peeled. Refresh that Twitter because this is the time of the year. You never know when anything may drop.
And when something breaks, day or night, Eric and I will just magically show up.
Absolutely. Look,
if
there's something big going on, you guys can find us here. And look, it's fun.
We had a good day today, Eric.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun.
But whenever Chardal's around, you seem to get, kind of sad and grumpy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, here, let's do this.
See you tomorrow, or see you Monday.
Where the hell did I just it's Glenn. All right, guys. Hey, yeah, we'll see you guys Monday. Enjoy your weekend, guys. It's supposed to be nice. The rain, I think, is gone finally. So, yeah.
And anything breaks,
we'll see you Monday.
We'll pop on.
Absolutely. All right, I'll do this and then I'll
What's
get
up,
started.
Chardal?
Cheer up.
I'm going to be singing a song for you today.
You don't have to. It's up to you, man.
I'm going to sing Don't Stop Believing because you're not having a great day, so I want to lift up your spirits.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have tuned in, the great Chardal will be performing Don't Stop Believing. Take it away, Chardal.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they could share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers wait. Up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Whoa, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on, street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people.
That was pretty good, except the chorus. You lost me in the chorus, man. And there you go.
I'm glad I saved that one, to be honest.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Come on,
Guys, be good. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.